pairing the two Mads Conrad Peterson and Mads Peeler Kolding. Going to go up against Michael Fuchs and Johannes Schottler in this second match, and this one should be a dandy. Mads Conrad Peterson and Mads Peeler Kolding, the reigning silver medalists from the European Badminton Championships. They've been just so integral to the success of the Danish badminton program, and they're ranked number 8 in the world. And they're up against the German top pairing, ranked 30th in the world, are Michael Fuchs and Johannes Schottler. So the Danes favored again to take this match, but don't rule out these Germans. This pairing of Fuchs and Schottler have really pulled off some upsets in the past, and they've got fantastic chemistry together. They really know where each other are at all moments of the match along the court, and we're going to be in for a dandy. And once again, all congratulations go to Jan O. Jorgensen. He was fantastic in this match. The righty beating the lefty. Sweebler really jumping out to a fantastic start, but he was just unable to keep the momentum going. But these fans here in Kazan were really treated to a spectacular display of top-level badminton, and they're up on their feet, they're making noise. The house is rocking here in Kazan, and unfortunately the home side going out yesterday. The number 5 seed falling to the Danes in 4 matches, and it's the doubles team that's about to take the court right now, the two Mads that dropped the match yesterday. So they'll be looking to respond, they'll be looking to make a statement, get back in the winning column. They've got their work cut out for them, they sure do. Michael Fuchs and Johannes Schottler, some fantastic players. Mads Conrad Peterson, the 28-year-old veteran. He's a big fellow, 1.86 meters. And he's had some success in the BWF Super Series, Indian Open and the French Open. Runner-up to the Chinese and a Korean side there, the BWF Grand Prix. They were the winners in 2013 at the Bitburger Open and also the German Open. And they also claimed victory in the 2013 New Zealand Open. So these two fellas have some winning pedigree. They've got the chemistry. And for Mads Peeler Kolding, 28 years of age as well, native of Holbæk, Denmark. He's got the size in his favor, 2.03 meters, height of a basketball player, 6'8" if you're from North America. Certainly got a lot of size to him. He's a right-hander, as is his teammate Mads Conrad Peterson. The Germans, Johannes Schottler, he's a veteran of this scene. He's 31 years of age, competed at the 2012 Summer Olympics, partnering Ingo Kindevater, and playing the Danes hasn't been kind to him. He's over his career, he's got a 1-6 record against Danish teams, but if there's one team He likes to play it. It could be this one, his sole victory coming against Mads Conrad Peterson, who was teamed up with Jonas Rasmussen at that time. His teammate Michael Fuchs. He's the elder statesman here. 33 years of age, a native of Wurzburg. Been playing doubles for a long time. He's a doubles specialist. He's also mixed in some time with Brigitte Michels in mixed doubles. And there you see the number 8 ranked team, 110 wins to their credit. They're a force to be reckoned with. And there's the Germans, world number 30. And 57 and 45, not a bad record for these two veterans. And they were looking solid here in this tournament for Germany, and in the match against Sweden yesterday. The German pairing victorious 21-14 and then 22-20. That second game, they got a little bit of a scare from the Swedes, Richard Einstead and Nico Ruppinen, but they came through when they needed, won the big points, and that's always the test of good players. Can they win the big points? And the pressure never got to them when it looked like the Swedes could take that game. Mark Zwiebler on the losing end today, but he was victorious yesterday in the quarterfinals, beating Henry Herskanainen in 21-15, 21-13. And we'll see Dieter Domke later today. That'll be the third match on court 1 here in Kazan. He'll play Victor Axelsen, and it's another very, very good player. Victor Axelsen, number 6 in the world. Dieter Domke up in the top 100. He's ranked 99, so the Danes enter this as massive favorites. And can the Germans pull an upset? The number 1 seed, Denmark, out in front. 1 match to none here against the number 3 seed, Germany. There's our umpire, Katharina Ittrich from Austria. Christos Evangelidis, the Greek service judge for this match. And we're just about ready to get things going, and we're off. And into the net it goes. And the Germans draw first blood off a nice rally. And so important here for the Germans to come out strong. And they're up against a very, very talented team. And you can't dig yourself a hole against these guys. Michael Fuchs to serve. Nice play there, but it's the Germans that get the point there. In that back alley, shot dropping 2-0 for Germany. And there's the cross-court kill, and it falls in. 3-0 for the Germans. They've come out strong here. Nice execution there by Fuchs, and just unable to get the racket on that one. And a great body shot here. Excellent execution by Fuchs, and Germany with a commanding 4-0 lead here, and the Danes digging themselves a big hole here. Fuchs to serve. And we're going to have a little bit of a discussion here with our umpire, Katarina Itrick. Into the net it goes, and the Danes are on the board. To serve now, Mads Conrad Petersen. And a great kill there, right down the center line. One of those old husband and wife shots where the two players don't know which one to go for it, and that's what you want to do here in doubles. Oh, what a shot there by the Germans, and Conrad Petersen looking to get a little bit acrobatic, trying to execute a between the leg shot here. Let's look at that on the replay. And just too much steam on that shot. And that is out, so the Danes get the point. They'll serve at 3-5. Mads Conrad Petersen and his teammate, Mads Peeler Kolding, trying to come back here. Peeler Kolding to serve. Into the net, free point. The Danes not looking sharp here in the early going. Perhaps a bit of nervousness out here on court one, a big crowd. And the Danes get the point. They'll serve now at 4-6. Just a little bit of indecision there from Fuchs. Didn't know quite what he wanted to do with it. Conrad Petersen to serve. And they come out on top on that exchange. Excellent play here. Good aggressive attacking badminton from the Danish side. And the Mads playing mad after a rough start to this game, but they've come out blazing here now, tying things up 6-6. What a jump kill that was. He's one of the best at playing that power game, and he executes a great smash there. Danes looking to take their first lead of the game. And how about that for some acrobatics by the Danes between the leg shot, but coming up on the wrong side of the exchange. The Germans back in front, 7-6. We'll have a quick water break, and into the net it goes. And you saw the reaction from Peeler Kolding. He wasn't too happy. He threw that racket right away. The 28-year-old. He's got such a power game he can play. He's 6'8", 2.03 meters. And when he really gets hold of those smashes, he is one of the most feared players in world badminton doubles action. Schottler to serve. Oh, excellent play And the Danes tie things up. Very instinctive play there by the two Mads. Oh, great action here. Just unable to get the drop shot was Conrad Peterson right into the top of the net, and you see the reaction. That sums it all up. They were right in that point. You get the feeling it's going to be who gets the rolls and the bounces here in this game. There's so little to choose from between these two sides. Michael Fuchs to serve. And that was all Denmark on the attack. Great aggressive play from Conrad Peterson and Peeler Kolding. No question about it. They were in command of that point from the get-go. Conrad Peterson to serve. And a great cross-court kill there, preventing the Danes from taking their first lead of this game. And Fuchs and Schottler showing that veteran presence out there on the court right now. They know how to win. They know how to find a way. And an excellent cross-court kill from the big man, Peeler Kolding. The righty going cross-court with that jump smash. And that is called out. The Danes still unable to take their first lead of this game. Germany back in front. They get their nose in front here, 10-9. They lead as we approach the midway part of this game. And the Danes tie it up. They've certainly weathered this storm. They came out a bit flat to start things off, losing several points to start this game, but they're right in their comfort zone now, playing the type of badminton we're so used to seeing from the world number 8 squad. And now once again, the Germans just refusing to allow the Danes to get the lead. Both sides will talk with their coaches, make some adjustments. Let's listen in. So getting some directions there in Danish are Mads Conrad Peterson and Mads Peeler Kolding. And not the best team in Denmark, this pairing, as of course Matthias Bo and Karsten Mogensen, the world number 4, are the top in the country. So many talented badminton players Denmark has produced over the years, and these two just the latest pairing to come out of the Scandinavian powerhouse. Schottler and Fuchs to serve. And the Germans get a bit of breathing space here out in front, 12-10. We'll switch birdies or shuttlecocks if you prefer. Schottler to serve. And Conrad Peterson was all over that. Schottler not fooling him, jumps on the serve, and it's 11-12. Into the net, and we're all deadlocked at 12. Such an even matched game here between these two teams, and once again, how many times have I said this, the Danes looking to take their first lead of this game, and that veteran presence of the Germans just refusing to let the Danes take control of this game. Fuchs and Schottler, the world number 30 ranked team. The Germans also have a couple other teams in the top 100. Schwenger and Zeroni at 48, and Beck and Kasbauer at 55. And there's the Germans once again refusing to allow the Danes to take the lead, and we're up 13-12. Michael Fuchs to serve. And a nice kill there right down the center line. Peeler Colding with the smash. And that is a great body shot, really handcuffing Peeler Colding, and it's a very, very clever shot by Schottler, and it looks like he's going to be penalized here. Let's take a look on the replay if we can find this infraction. Hard to tell from that angle. They're not putting up too much of a fight with the umpire, Katarina Ittrich, so the first lead of the game here for the Danes. See how the Germans respond from that. And they were on the offensive the entire exchange, but just unable to finish the point off, and just a little bit of confusion there, and a swing and a miss from Fuchs, and at that point it was too late for Schottler to get the shuttlecock back over the net. And 16-13 it goes in favor of the Danes. They're inching towards that finish line. What a time to just get hot right now after struggling a little bit to start this game. And they go to an attacking front and back position and execute the smash. The big fella sending it down into the court, 17-13. The Danes out in front. The momentum really just shifting in favor of the Danes, kind of similar to that first game we saw in the singles action. into the net. Michael Fuchs making a unforced error there. Seems as though frustration starting to mount. Not showing patience, playing the point out. Instead, looking a little too early to pull the trigger. And that is out, so Conrad Peterson and Peeler Colding are 2 points away from claiming the opening game. Tip your hat to these two men. They've really battled it out here on the court. A big smash there from the big fella, Peeler Colding, and we've got game point here. Game point with Conrad Peterson to serve. And that's how you respond. The Germans winning the point and their backs up against the wall. Let's see if they can put up a big fight here. And they get the roll off the net, and it was that kind of game. Not a lot to choose from between these two teams. The score really not indicative of how close it was between these two sides. The Germans, you could say for the at least the better half of this match, looked to be the better team. But in the end, it was the Danes that started to execute everything, and Lady Luck was on their side on that game point there. But you got to be good to be lucky. You got to be lucky to be good. And Conrad Peterson and Peeler Colding win game one, 21-14. And the mountain to climb is just getting higher and higher for Germany. Looking to qualify for the gold medal game tomorrow, where they'll play one of either France or England. So blockbuster semifinal here. The #1 seed Denmark against the #3 seed Germany, and everything sort of has gone to plan here, if you will, on the men's side, as the top 4 teams in the semifinals, creating 2 dream semifinals here in Kazan. And good crowd really starting to trickle in here in the capital of the Tatarstan Republic in central Russia. So we're ready to start game 2 here. The Danes will start with the serve. And into the net, so the Germans, much like the first game, strike first. Let's see if they can build up a bit of a lead here. Germany's always a team that really likes to get that psychological advantage and come out hot out of the gate. And into the net, the big fella Colding pulling the trigger. Didn't have the execution down though. And the Germans take a 2-0 lead here to start the second game. Do or die time here for the Germans in the doubles action. Oh, that's a great shot. And right down the middle, Conrad Peterson and Peeler Colding unable to decide who to take it. A little bit of miscommunication between the Danish side. Such a tricky shot from a defensive standpoint. into the net, and 4-0 lead here in the second game for the Germans. It was a similar story in the first game. We'll see if history repeats itself or if the Germans can ride this thing to the finish here. They've started off nicely. Didn't get down after a tough finish to that first game. And that's the response you want. Conrad Peterson with the smash. And Denmark are on the board, trailing 1-4. Got a lot of talent, and they can just, one of those teams that can flick a switch on at any moment, and they can go from struggling to right back in control of the match. Let's see how they can get a run going here. Well, that's exactly what they have done. 2 straight points here for the Danes. Trying to shift momentum back in their favor against the veteran presence of Fuchs and Schottler. And a big kill there from Schottler. The righty rising up nicely with the kill. He puts Germany ahead 5-2. So difficult for a big fella like Kolding to get down and dig it up when it's at such a sharp trajectory. And a fault on the serve. You can't give away free points when you play Denmark in badminton. Make them work. Into the net, and the Germans doubling up the Danes right now. 6-3 here in the early stages of game 2. Game 1, of course, going the way of Denmark. Oh, how about that for a rally? End-to-end action. Saw a wide array of shots, and it's the Danes that finally win the point. Some absolutely beautiful stuff from these 4 men. And just didn't get enough on that return. And you see Schottler would like to have that one back. He's looking on the court right now if there was a little bit of water perhaps that he slipped on there, losing his footing. So 6-4 Germany out in front. The veterans, Fuchs and Schottler. It's a big German contingency here. A lot of fans, lovely to see that, making the trip over to Mother Russia. And the Danes come through with the point. Starting to battle back here. Trailing now just 5-6. Lovely stuff there on the side alley. It just comes out, and good attacking play by the Germans, dictating the play. Into the net. Some sharp serving by Schottler. Germans out in front, 8-5 here in game two. Into the net, and another unforced error by the Danes. I get the feeling that at times they're not playing patient enough badminton. Looking for the big shot a little bit too early at times, perhaps, in the rally. And that is just out. Trying to catch the baseline at the back there of the court, but the Danes win the point, 6-9. Peeler Colding to serve. And an excellent smash there from the back of the court. The big man, Schottler. And just out of the reach there of Peeler Colding. The Germans get to double digits first, 10-6. And another free point for the Danes. We've seen that. It's been a similar story here. The Germans just making a couple mental miscues. Into the net, and suddenly momentum shifting back in favor of the Danes. We'll switch shuttlecocks up here. 8-10. Germany out in front. The Danes to serve. Conrad Peterson with the shuttlecock in his hand right now. Into the net, and the Danes pull back to within one. Germans, there you see Michael Fuchs. He's fired up. Knows he can't allow the Danes to get any more momentum going here. Into the net, excellent play by the German side. What an exchange, and that's a momentum builder for Germany going into the break here. They're starting to maybe a little bit of disbelief, perhaps, self-confidence starting to drop a little bit there as the Danes were making a run, but great response from the German side. Let's see if they can pull off an upset here in this second game. Take a look perhaps at some replays of the action here in game two. Germans have really done a great job of that, executing shots right in between players. That old husband and wife shot, if you will, where they don't know which one to go for it, and it's one of the hardest shots to return along with a body shot. They've really kept Mats Peeler Colding, minimized the chances for him to operate and execute jump smashes, pardon me. So hats off to the Germans here with the game plan they've shown in the second game. It was old Deutschland at that point. Excellent stuff there by Schottler and Fuchs. And they wiggle ahead again, 12-9. This is sort of the part of game one where they kind of lost their way a little bit. Let's See if they can buckle down here and not be dreaming towards the finish line a little bit too early. And that is out. So the Danes with the serve now at 10-12. Mads Peeler Kolding to serve. Well, a little bit of deception on that serve, but at the end of the day, it's the Germans that execute well, and lovely drop shot here and catches the Danes flat-footed. Mobility at times can be an issue for Kolding. He's got such a big wingspan, but he's not the fleetest of foot, and if you can make him move a little bit, try and move him around the court, drop shots, deep clearances. That's what the Germans have been doing, and that's why they're out in front here, 13-10 in the second game. And a nice point there, crafted well by the Germans. They set it up nicely and going cross court to put them ahead 14-10. Into the net. How many times have we seen that from Team Germany today? Just mental miscues. When you're playing against the #1 seed in Europe, you can't give any free points away. You gotta make them work for it. And an excellent smash there from Conrad Peterson. So we'll take a quick little break here, and players will get some Gatorade and water and change up the rackets if they desire. 14-12, the Germans lead, and you get the feeling that this is almost a must-win game, if you will, and match for that matter, as this Danish team is so deep and so strong. They're hanging tough right now. Can they pull off an upset? 12-14, Denmark to serve. And an excellent smash there by Kolding. You can't set him up for those. One of the most feared smashers in doubles badminton action. 13-14. Well, it was a big point, and Denmark rise to the occasion, tying things up. 14-14. How are the Germans going to respond here? It's starting to be a little bit of deja vu again from that first game where the Germans came out blazing, and then right around this point of the match, the Danes settled in and took control. And let's see how Fuchs and Schottler respond this time. A veteran team, so capable of making the adjustments when they need to. And it's the Danes taking the lead here in game 2. So that old friend momentum shifting to Denmark. They're up in front 15-14 here in game 2. Trying to make it 2-0 for the Nordic side. And the big fella doing what he does best. Jump smash. He can kill those shots with the best of them. And it's 16-14, and talking about killing, he killed that birdie. We're gonna have a new shuttlecock here, 16-14 and Denmark. With the momentum, Germany needs a big response here. Oh, that's lovely stuff. Beautiful drop shot by the veteran, Michael Fuchs. That was a thing of art. Oh, it's out. End-to-end action. Some lovely stuff, and we're all tied up again here. 16-16. So little to choose from between these two teams, and what a great rally that was. And it's the Germans this time showing their veteran presence. This is where you separate the great teams from the good teams. Who wins the big points? And it's nail-biting time here now. Pressure on the German side. They got to win this game to stay in it. Into the net, an unforced error from Michael Fuchs. He'd like to have that one back again, no question about it. And you get the feeling that, you know, small errors like that are going to be the difference here in this game between these two evenly matched teams. Into the net again, and it's Denmark that can smell victory now, serving at 18-16. The second best team in Denmark looking to claim a victory here. A couple of big smashes, and the Danes, just as in game one, grab the game by the horns here in the later stages, and they're up 19-16. Peeler Kolding's gonna change rackets and see if the Germans can slow this momentum down. It's now or never for Team Germany. Should they lose this, you're looking at one of the hardest tasks in professional badminton, to come back against Denmark, trailing 2 matches to none. Kolding to serve. Into the net, and that's the point they need for Team Germany. 17-19, can they make a run here? Fuchs and Schottler will discuss a bit of a game plan here. Into the net, and it's match point for Denmark. Conrad Peterson to serve. As the Danes look to take a stranglehold here. Oh, into the net, and the Germans live to fight another day. 18-20. Excellent rally here. There's that jump smash and just caroming off the top of the netting. So the German side getting a roll in their favor here. And they need to pull out all the stops here. Match point again for Denmark. Into the net. And Germany are right back in this. They still face another match point here. Conrad Peterson gambling a little bit on that one, trying to win the point quickly. And nerves, you can feel it starting to get to these two teams perhaps. Into the net, and Germany have tied things up. How about that for a comeback? And suddenly they're in the driver's seat now. A lot of drama here on court one. And what a point! The pictures say it all. Players sprawling around on the court doing anything they can to get that shuttlecock over the net. What a point. Look at this again. Acrobatics. At times it looked like the Germans had the point in control. And the Danes clutch it, grab it away, and now they've got match point here. They've been in this position before. They were unable to capitalize. Can they find a way this time? And the Germans, full credit to them. They really battled back, found a way to stay in this thing. Came up with the stops when they needed them. And now are trying to push this thing to a third game, but it's on Denmark's racket. So they'll serve 21-20. And they've done it. Germany, stay alive. What a job done by the Germans once again, saving another match point. Fantastic stuff we've seen here on court one. Fans have been treated to a lovely match here between these two sides, adrenaline packed. Now Michael Fuchs to serve. And they've taken the lead. Game point now for Germany. What a great escape this would be. And now it's the Danes facing a match point against them. Or game point, I should say. And they've done it. What a response from the Germans. What a victory here on court one in game two. And we're going to see a third game. And the Danes have to be kicking themselves right now on those missed opportunities. They really could have put this thing away. What a spectacle we've seen here on court one between Denmark and Germany in the doubles action. Two very, very evenly matched teams, and the second game indicates that. And the first game, 21-14, is not indicative at all of how evenly matched these two teams are. Not a lot to choose from. If I was a betting man, I don't know who I would pick here for this third game. There you see some of the highlights, and these guys have been laying it all out there on the court. They're gonna have some bumps and bruises tomorrow, be a little bit blue and black, but a place awaits in the gold medal game for the winning side. So, and a date with either France or England. Last year, 2 years ago, I should say, in Basel, Denmark won the men's championship, and Germany were the bronze medalists, and they want to get back in that gold medal game. And what a spirited effort from Fuchs and his partner, Jonas Schottler, getting it done out here on court one. So we're ready to get things underway here in game three. Thanks for tuning in. It's been a fantastic match here between these two sides. And this time, it is the Danes that strike first. That's the first time we've seen that here in doubles action. Let's see if they can put the pedal to the metal here now. And it is Germany tying things right up again. Great answer on that serve. It's the Danish head coach, a bit of anxious moments for him right now. Into the net it goes, so Denmark back in front again, and feeling of unfinished business perhaps for the Danes right now as they really let that thing slip away from them in game two with so many match points, unable to convert. And it's the Germans tying it up again. Nice play, attacking action here from Fuchs and Schottler. And the Danes once again wiggle in front. Some nice play there, catching the Germans off guard a little bit. Peeler Colding with the serve. And a big smash there, just getting the roll over the net. And that's going to be the end for that shuttlecock. 4-2 for Germany here in the third and deciding game. In match 2, Denmark, of course, won match 1 with Janno Jorgensen, the victor. Into the net, and Denmark go up 5-2. No need to panic yet for the Germans. They've shown a lot of resilience in this match already. And what a finish to that second game they had. And that is out, so the Danes on a mission here in game 3. Germany's got to just settle down, get back to what gave them so much success. You had the feeling that maybe they would have a little bit of an emotional drop after such a great comeback there. Into the net, and that's the point Germany needed. Let's see if they can go on a bit of a run here. It's just so tough to maintain that high level play when you come back with such a big emotional victory in game 2 and you just can't sustain that level. Let's see if they can get back to their top level play here. And that's very good attacking play by the Danes, in control of that point from the beginning. Konrad Petersen now to serve. So the Germans in control of that point the entire way. Denmark on their heels, and Germans put them away. They'll serve now at 4-7. There's a look again. The out call was made, but that was well in. Nice use of the side alley there by the Germans. Michael Fuchs to serve. And the Germans come away with the point. They are serving now at 5-7, and you're hearing a bit of noise. That's the French side. They're ready to get things going over on the court next door. And the Danes pick up that point. They wiggle ahead 8-5. They want to get some breathing space here, as this German side is so resilient. It won't give you anything. They'll fight to the last point. Great stuff there by the German side. Went into the attacking front-back position and had the Danes on their heels the entire way. So court 1, the action has been top-notch here in this second match. So little to choose from between these two teams. Danish side, the higher ranked team, had to be considered the favorite, but this German side, they've been around the block. They know how to find a way. They know how to win. Got that winning pedigree. Now Shortler to serve. And that is out, so Denmark pick up another point. There's the head coach. 9-6, the Danes lead. Conrad Peterson with the service. Fantastic rally, and the Germans come out on top. Excellent stuff going on the offensive. All kinds of jump smashes executed, and top marks to the Danes hanging in there on that rally. But what great attacking badminton here played by the German side. Showing 7-9, trying to get back level with the Danes. And a big, big body smash there by Conrad Peterson. No chance at all for Michael Fuchs on that one. Excellent shot there. Peter Kolding now to serve for Denmark. And a deep serve, and Schotler scratching his head on that one as he smashes it into the net, and coaches will come over now and see if teams can make some adjustments here. The Germans falling behind here in the third game. They're in unfamiliar territory. They started really well the first two games, but this time the Danes have come out stronger to start things off. So there's the Danes in the driver's seat now in this third game, leading 11-7. Like I said, they're the higher ranked team, but this German side knows how to win. And Michael Fuchs has been around the block. He's had some victories against Danish sides before, and as has Schotler. He's defeated a side that Mads Conrad Peterson played on, along with Jonas Rasmussen, so he knows the winning formula. Big couple smashes. And it's ruled just out there. The Danes trying to plead their case to the umpire. Let's take a look. Oh, it's a close one, but looks like the officials got it right. Such a tough job. So Germany now to serve 8-11. And the Danes looking a little rattled. They didn't get the call and give away a point, netting that. And now it is the Germans serving at 9-11. Over on court two, England and France getting things going. So the winner of that will play the winner of this matchup in the gold medal. And the Germans have the momentum, swing their way, 11-10. Denmark leading, but it's Germany that's riled off 3 straight points. This is a big point here. Germany can tie things up. The Danes can get back to their winning ways. And the Danes get the point. 12-10 for a minute there. It seemed like the level of play among the Danish side had really fallen off a cliff a little bit. But they get the response they needed. And they're back in front, 12-10. Conrad Peterson now to serve. Some nice net play there by the Danish side. Michael Fuchs looking strong deep in the court there, but nets it in the end, and the Danes win a hard-fought point, 13-10, and we're just going to have the court mopped up a little bit here. Some house repairs done on court 1, and it's really starting to get loud here in the Kazan Gymnastics Center. There's Schottler. He's had a very solid game here. He's been terrific alongside Michael Fuchs. Trying to pull off an upset here against the higher ranked Danish side. Big smash there by the big fella. And that's his bread and butter. That's his meal ticket. Mads Peeler Kolding. When he gets a chance to wind up, he usually makes no mistake, and that's exactly what he did there. 14-10. Denmark with a bit of breathing space here. They'd like to open up more of a gap here if they can. Conrad Peterson with the serve. Lovely net play, and it's an unforced error from Michael Fuchs. And he's had enough of that racket, so he'll switch up his equipment, and it's the Danes, 15-10. Can they finish the Germans off? That's the million-dollar question right now. They weren't able to. They had multiple match points in that second game, and just a little bit of undisciplined play where they just pulled the trigger a little bit early instead of seeing the point through. So we'll see how they proceed here in this third game. And that is out. Well spotted there. A good eye shown by the German side, and they got that important 11th point. They got to make a bit of a run here. They don't want to dig themselves too deep of a hole late in the match. So Michael Fuchs now will serve. And into the net it goes, 16-11. Germany in a bit of trouble here. Got to cut down on those unforced errors. Kolding to serve to Schottler. Into the net, and And Conrad Peterson unhappy with himself there. So makes it 16-12, and Germany's gonna switch up their rackets. Take a little quick water break, and it's been that type of game. Players leaving it all out on the court here on court one. Really put on a show here for the fans. And there really hasn't been much to choose from between these two teams. I mean, flip a coin. They've really both showed some excellent attacking and defensive badminton. Schottler with the service. And what a shot that was from Michael Fuchs. Cross court, great trajectory on the shuttlecock. 16-13, Germany crawling back into this one. Schottler to serve to Conrad Peterson. And a big smash there from Pilar Kolding, and the German side unable to handle it. 17-13. Denmark looking to take a commanding 2-0 lead here in Kazan. Oh, lovely shot. Some textbook badminton from the German side. They've got some shot makers between them. Some crafty play here. And the German side, we've said this before, they're not going to go down easily. They're tuned in on this match, trailing 14-17, but they've saved some of their best badminton for the last couple of sequences here. And of course, they saved their best badminton for the last sequences of game two. They really took it up another level at the late stages, and that's a sign of a great team when they win the big points. Don't let the nerves get to you. So Michael Fuchs now to serve to Kolding, 14-17. Into the net, and that's a big point. The Germans right back in this thing now at 15-17. And that's out, and the Germans, the comeback kids in that second game, and they're doing it again. And is it deja vu all over again for Denmark? They were in complete control of this game. And they're just letting it slip through their fingertips. The Germans roaring back. They can tie it up here. Oh, lovely stuff. Kolding read that like a book. Great anticipation. Pushed the shuttlecock down so quickly. No chance at all for the Germans to return that. And that's out. good eyes shown there by the Danish side. And they're getting very close again here. 19-16, the finish line in sight. Gotta just buckle down, focus on it point by point here. Stay loose. Colding taking his time here. He'll serve to Schottler. And into the net it goes, and Germany have to fight off match point here. 2016. The Danes have been here before. They get several chances here. Can they find that killer instinct that they lacked in game 2? Margin of error so slim right now for Germany. And that's it. They've done it. Denmark win match 2 in a hotly contested doubles match here on court 2. We saw it all from these 4 men. They really put on a badminton clinic here on court 1. Some absolutely terrific shot making, great defense, aggressive play. And in the end, the better team won. Denmark coming out on top, 21-14, 21-23, 21-16. That was the match point, and a look of what could have been for Michael Fuchs, and you don't blame him one bit, as that was such a spirited effort from the German side. They were so close to pulling off an upset. And some congratulatory handshaking between these two teams. They've got so much respect for each other. They really put on a show here, and that's a tough pill to swallow for the German side. They really refused to lay down and battled so hard in that second game and pulled out an improbable victory in the second game, fighting off several match points, and they looked like they might just do it in that third game. But at the end of the day, this Danish side shows you why they're so highly ranked. And let's look again at some of the highlights. Some between the legs shots, some acrobatic smashes, a lot of emotion out there on the court. And it really was a fantastic match here to have the privilege of watching. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. It was a nail biter indeed. You never knew who was going to come out on top on this one. Hard to pick an outstanding performer out of those 4 men, although you do have to say, when Mads Peeler Kolding had some moments to do just that, he executed so good on that jump smash, cross-court kills. The big fella playing a really strong game, and these guys were just laying it all out. They're gonna have some soft spots in the morning. They really did whatever it takes to win. And full congratulations again to the Danish side, and tip your hat as well to that German side. The shot making, the diversity, so much variation these 4 men showed in that game. And for Denmark, they really take a commanding lead now, up 2 matches to none, and they've got their number 2 man, Victor Axelsen, He is one of the best in the business, currently ranked number 6 in the world. And he's going to go up against the German number 2, Dieter Domke.